Hey, this is Darren. I'm here to show you my new PC build. I actually built this about 2 months ago, a little over, maybe closer to 3 actually now. But I wanted to share it with you guys just because I started this new channel. Alright, so first and foremost, I'm going to tell you what the case is. The case is actually a DIY PC Shadow. It's white. I went with the white because I've always thought white was cool with black and like red, which happened to be exactly what this one was. It's got red LED fans. And I thoroughly like this case. It is a little light, a little flimsy, but I knew that when I bought it. It's a cheap case. It's only like, I want to say 50, 60 bucks. Anyways, I did have to modify the case slightly. I had to cut out a small section of the hard drive bays because my graphics cards wouldn't fit. So let me get right to it here. First and foremost, I went with the X99A motherboard. A couple friends of mine said that this one was pretty decent, so I went with it. I don't really know much about motherboards. I know more about the rest of the hardware, which is what I'm going to get to now. The next item on the list was the Intel Core i7-5930K. This is a This is a 6-core processor. It standardly runs, I believe, at a 3.5 gigahertz. I have mine overclocked to a 4.0. With overclocking, obviously, you need better cooling, so I went with the H60 water cooling kit. Thus far, it's working pretty good. I've monitored the temperatures, and everything's to be running really good. I'm happy with this. After this wonderful piece, we'll go to the graphics cards. I went with dual GeForce GTX 970s. This has like one of the top, I don't know, 2 or 3 on the market for the price. I know that Titan is a beastly ass fucking graphics card, but for efficiency of money, I was trying to save some. I went with this right here. I got 2 of them, obviously. This is the Gigabyte brand, so theirs is called the WindForce, which I think is an awesome-ass name, mostly because I'm a Diablo player, and, well, the old-school bow WindForce was a good bow. Anyways, these both have dedicated 4 gigs, by the way. They're also the only one that has 3 fans to cool it. Let's see, after that, I put 2 of the Samsung solid-state drive. This is 850 EVO. Mine happens to be the 250 gigabytes, so ran in RAID 0. I have essentially 500 gigs. This is amazing. I don't know about you guys. I've never had a solid-state drive computer where my OS system was on it and everything, but I'm absolutely in love with this. This is just effing amazing. My restart times, I could shut down my computer and turn it back on in less than a minute. It's amazing. To hold these, I had to... Whoa, my fucking camera. To hold these, I actually had to get a bracket that holds 2 of them. This tower only held 1, and unfortunately I had to cut part of that away because of my graphics cards. Those wonderful things right back there. After that, I got 4 sticks of 2 gig RAM. This is DDR4 Ripjaw. This is 2666 megahertz. So far, this stuff seems to be working. I know RAM is RAM. Most people don't really care. I just went with what I thought would look cool. This stuff's red. It's got a red shell over it, and it just went with my computer. So that's the only real reason I went with that. In my computer, I have a total of 6 fans. So to help cut down on the dust intake, I actually got filters for every one of them. All of them are 120 millimeter except for one of them, which is the side fan, is, what is that one, 180 millimeter fan or something like that? I forget what the fuck the size is now. No, I'm sorry, a 140 millimeter. But anyways, I put these on all the fans, and this one happens to be the Ultrafine Silverstone brand. I recommend them. They're catching so much dust. I've opened that thing once or twice, and it looks still almost brand new. And again, I've had it for 2 to 3 months. Let's see, the next item up for discussion here, you can't really see it very well, but my box back here, this is the Roswell Hercules. Probably a little bit overkill, but I was looking for good quality as well as decent price, and this happened to fit. It's a huge power supply. It probably only has about that much space left between it and my hard drive bays. But it was cool, and I like it. So that's what I'm using. The thing is a goddamn powerhouse. I just want to say that right now. Oh, my monitor went off. Sorry about that. Anyways, really amazing. Probably not designed for this tower, but whatever. I probably only need around 1,200 watts. This thing's 1,600 watts. Maybe I want to throw in an extra graphics card later. Who knows? We'll see. You never know. Alright, after that, I've got back here, this is my speaker system. It's also Roswell brand. I don't know, that's SP5330. It's only like a $40 speaker system. Honestly, though, it's simple. You got your 2 standard speakers and your bass speaker. I love it. It's not bad. It's not super duper loud, but loud enough to listen to some good music while you're doing whatever around the house. Let's see. All right, that's the main part of the computer. I'm going to show you my actual tower at the end of the video. The next thing I got here, I'm going to have to pick up the box. This is for my monitor. My monitor is a LCD monitor, VG248, Asus brand. This monitor, hands down, is the best monitor I've ever owned or seen in person. Refresh rate of 144 hertz, trace-free, 1 millisecond trace-free, LED backlit, mostly standard stuff, but it's a 1080p, which you can see. I'm pointing that down here, by the way. It's HDMI cable. It's got stereo speakers, which I don't use right now just because my external speakers. But the best part about this damn thing is it flips up to a vertical stance, and I love that. I plan on getting a second one of these, probably for like Black Friday or Christmas time, something like that. Maybe a little later. We'll see how money is. Anyways, this is like the most amazing fucking monitor I've ever had. Also, something else I want to point out, this monitor also has 2 built-in settings where you just push the button, choose one of the 2, and set it up. It's got built-in crosshairs, so for any of those rare games that you may play that, for whatever reason, don't have good enough crosshairs or whatever, it's got crosshairs built in. And they're not bad, not the greatest, but they're not bad. They're definitely better than nothing. And the other cool thing is it's got a countdown clock, which I think you can set up to like an hour and a half or something like that. Yeah, hour and a half. And it has like 5 different ones, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, hour and a half, something along that line. Really awesome features for this monitor. I thoroughly enjoy the hell out of it. After that, we'll go and tell you what my keyboard is. I personally love this keyboard. Older keyboard, they no longer make it. You probably have to look on eBay, or if you get lucky at some other store or something. I think they quit making it like 5 years ago or something like that. This is the SteelSeries Merc Stealth. I had the old one, the Z-Merc, before it became a SteelSeries keyboard, and I don't know why they discontinued this thing. This one happens to be backlit, 3 different colors, purple, red, blue. You can change the brightness of 3 levels and off. I love this whole section on the end of it that they added. It's very ergonomic, and your hand just sits on it naturally. It's very comfortable. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get used to it, I could just about promise you'll never go back to another keyboard, no matter if it's a mechanical or not. I've never had a mechanical personally, but I've used them, and they're nothing special in my opinion, but personal preference. Oh, one negative about this keyboard that I've learned since my girlfriend is taking a 10-key class, the 10-key is very weird. If you need a standard 10-key, I'd recommend just buying one because this thing is stupid to get. It's just for that sense, it's not necessary. It's not even useful. So I would recommend against anything like that. Other than that, this is for gaming keyboard. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the best you can have. Anyways, the last piece of my equipment, which let's see if I can. No, I'm gonna pick up my camera. Actually, I'm gonna have to pick up my camera anyways. Diablo 3 gaming mouse. Best mouse I've ever owned. Only drawback I have to it, which is a double-edged sword, is the fact that it's wired. Though I do hate changing batteries in the middle of a game, so I'll take the wire. Oh, I apologize. One other thing. My headset. This headset is Plantronics Gamecom brand. I don't remember anything else on it. All I can tell you is they're about 30 or 40 bucks, and well worth it. I would say you don't probably need to go and spend, $80, $100 on a headset, unless it's wireless, of course. I don't like wireless, though. These are just really good for the cost. I recommend these over anything. I actually have 2 pairs. The other pair is on my old computer, which my girlfriend uses. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll share this with you. Mouse, keyboard, and headset are all the same on both computers. Minus the fact that my old ZMerk is the one being used now on the old computer because my son dropped milk on my other keyboard. But anyways, let me show you my tower. This is the side of it, which you can see the nice, beautiful red LED fan. If I can get you in at this angle, you can see the wind force, dual wind forces in there, which, oops, there's a cable in the way. It's hard to see in there. But this is the general front. And obviously the other side is just blank, whatever. The top is actually, let me show you this real quick. I got dual 3.0 flash, or excuse me, USB plugs and 2.0 on the front of this, and then with my motherboard. Oh look, there you are. With my motherboard, that motherboard I really like. It has another 6 3.0s built into the back, which, in my opinion, is amazing. I've never had 3.0 USB slots before, and yeah, they're great. Oh, and lastly, the camera that I am recording with happens to be a Logitech C920 HD Pro webcam. Overall, this is a extremely good webcam. Let's see, we've only had it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. It focuses really quick, though. I've had a couple little issues, actually one on this video a little bit, but like overall, yeah, it focuses real quick. Let's see, I think that just about covers it. Yeah, we're all good here. So if you guys have any questions or comments on my build, or want to criticize a little, which I know there's a bunch of you trolls out there, I expect that, feel free to do such, and I will check my comments. There's our doggy, Gizzy. Gizzy! There she is! Sorry, I had to do that. Anyways, you guys have a good one, and keep on gaming.